Hello. So we will start shortly, and then yeah. and, um, okay. Thank you for joining me today. And today's news. Um, when I read this one, um, and, Arvizio, I would pronounce Arvizio. Arvizio. The news is in Susan News. Susan. Su. Hold on a second. Suen's Sue's News. Sue's News. SUSA News. SUSA News. Okay, so in susnews.com, there's a pretty cool headline header. It's called Arvizio brings drone mapping 3D models to life in augmented reality. When I read this news, I had to uh, look up a lot of information because there are so many stuff that I don't know, which is great, because for me, I like to bring around three to five news per day. But if there's something that is pretty cool and you want to learn more, I think today is a good opportunity for me to share with you some of my learnings uh, about LiDAR technology. So yeah, let's take a look. So yeah, so this news is pretty much Arvizio. Um, this company um, bring bring drone mapping 3D models to life. Yeah, so okay, so let's take a look. Arvizio today announced the ability to incorporate drone and UAV mapped 3D models and point clouds into multi-user, multi-location augmented reality collaborative sessions using their immersive 3D solutions. Customers can now visualize and interact with their 3D aerial photogrammetry and or LiDAR scans in engineering projects for fields such as construction, precision agriculture, infrastructure, mining, utility, and energy. So what does this mean? So yeah, in order to understand the whole sentences, I spent almost half an hour to look up what's photogrammetry and LiDAR. Okay, so what's photogrammetry? This is such a cool word. Okay, if you know it, it's great. You are amazing. But if you don't know it, let's read it or let's study it. Okay, so photogrammetry is the science and technology of obtaining reliable information about physical objects and environment through the process of recording, measuring, interpreting photographic images and patterns of electromagnetic radiance imagery and other uh, phenomena. Okay, so yeah, so pretty much this is using a technology which by a photo or by an image, it can pretty much detect um, the size of the actual project, actual 3D product. So yeah, so you can take a look. Photogrammetry appeared in the mid of 19th centuries. Yeah, so photography itself, right? So use the photography to create. Oh, wow, there's someone who has the same first name as me. Okay, so the use of photographers to create photographic maps was first proposed by French um, uh, Servawar, Dominic F. Argo in about 1840. Okay, so yeah, so pretty much by using a photo, you can map out 3D constructions, which is pretty amazing. Okay, so yeah, so Usually this is, let's take a look. So these are many variants of, there are many variants of photogrammetry. One example is extraction of three-dimension measurements from two-dimension data. For example, the distance between 2 points that lie on a plane parallel to a photographic image plane can be determined by measure their distance on the image. If the scale of an image is known, another is extraction of accurate color range and values representing such qualities as albedos, specular reflection, metallicity, and ambient occlusion from photographers of materials of proposed physical-based rendering. Okay, so basically from the scales for relative position, from the scale or from all the colors of different rendering systems, pretty much it can accurately understand the size or positions in the relative space. So this is pretty cool. So yeah, today I learned something new. So yeah, this is great. Close range photogrammetry refers to collection of photography from a laser distance than traditional area. Yeah, photogrammetry. Photogrammetry, and then photogrammetric analysis may be applied to one photography or photograph, or may use high-speed photography and remote sensing to detect, measure, and record complex 2D and 3D motion fields by feeding measurements and the imagery analysis to computer models and attempt to successfully estimate with increasingly accuracy the actual 3D relative motions. So this is, I would say, pretty much it uses an image, and by different size of an object, it can kind of measure what's the real size of it, like relatively, right? And then also throughout the color on the image, you can pretty much through the rendering system, you can measure what's the size and distance of it. So it's a pretty, I would say, pretty cool technology. And another new word for me is LiDAR. What's LiDAR? Okay, so I saw this one, and it's in the article called Take a Radar. Okay, so in one of the articles 7 months ago, it's called What is LiDAR, LiDAR scanner? Yeah, it's in iPhone 12. Okay, so that's the LiDAR. Okay, the concept behind LiDAR has been around since the 1960s. In short, the tech lets you scan and map your environment by firing out laser beams, then timing how quickly they return, a bit like how bats see this with the sound wave, only with the laser beams, which makes it even cooler than Batman's Baickdeli. Like most of futuristic tech, it started life as a military tool on the planes before becoming better known as the system that allowed the Apollo 15 mission to map the surface of the moon. Okay, so this is a really cool technology. Pretty much it used the laser beams to, and to detect the surface of the planes, right? So more recently, LiDAR, also known as LiDAR, has been seen on self-driving cars. Okay, so not only on moon landing, but also on self-driving cars, it helps detect objects, like cyclists and pedestrians. You might have also widely come across the tag in your robot vacuum. So yeah, it's applying right now in before in moon landing, right? And also self-driving car and Zumba, right? Robot vacuum. So, but it's in the past couple of years that LiDAR possibilities have really opened up with the system getting smaller, cheaper, and more accurate. They've started becoming viable addition to mobile devices that already have things like powerful processors and GPS, tablet, and phones. So, so pretty much it can, build 3D maps of the environment by physical swiping around in a similar way to a radar dish. Okay, so this obviously won't cut it mobile device. So newly LiDAR systems, including the 3D time of flight (TOF) sensors, seen on many smartphones, are solid state affairs with no moving parts. But what's the difference between a time of flight sensor and LiDAR's sensor that well mostly like to see in iPhone? Okay, so pretty much I would say LiDAR is using the laser beam, right? And then scanning the real place. Then by the speed that returns, it can pretty much detect the object location. So iPhone is using this technology. So pretty much we can see that this company, Arvizio, is using photogrammetry and LiDAR scans to make sure the place is being scanned properly. And I think it's pretty cool that incorporate drone and UAV map the 3D models and point cloud to multi-user, multi-location augmented reality collaboration sessions. Yeah, so pretty much I would say this is pretty cool. Okay, so drone reality capture offers reliable high-resolution 3D imagery of vast areas and in accessible locations. And the value of that collected data is growing. We are providing our customers the ability to use their drone captures as a digital twin in synchronized AR visualization successfully for impactful, accurate project planning, monitoring, and reviewing. Okay, and in addition, the rollout of 5G networks will enhance the visualization experience with our ability to offer low latency streaming over WAN capabilities. So yeah, so I think this is, allows people like by integrating those technologies, it allows people to do, remote rescue, right? And in some places that is not easy to access, right? So yeah, so this technology will definitely helps people. Yeah, and with the help of 5G, it can become really accurate. Okay, so let's see another news. Another news is called AT&T and NBN launch mobile AR experience by Chicago Bulls app. So yeah, when I see this news, I think it's right now, every company or, every, like a lot of sports teams right now, they are incorporate AR to entertain their users more. So yeah, so pretty much the Chicago Bulls may not be, okay, so pretty much, okay, let's see, leveraging AR kit from Apple and AR port from Google for horizontal plane detection. State zone anchors a tabletop size virtual basketball court with customizable dashboard, shot charts, and animations that help visualize the numbers behind the game. While fans can review game states over the past 5 years, the real treat comes during the live games where Star Zoom presents states in real time and you know, kind of like a pretty cool animation. Potential future feature including connecting state zoom to their fantastic fantasy um, basketball team. Okay, so with the United Center not currently hosting fans, we've been focusing on building at-home experience around game days. And the State Zoom is a really innovative use of AI technology to bring our fans closer to the action and provide them with cool personalized content around the players and states that care most about. Okay, so you can see the experience is available today by Chicago Bulls app for iOS and Android, despite the tie-in. You need to tie AT&T and its 5G services. So you can see that you can pretty much, it's a tabletop site. So first you need to scan the table, and then later on, the team will grow, right? And then you can pretty much see all the gameplay just in the table size in front of you. So it's using VR to make this happen. Yeah. So hopefully you enjoyed today's news. Oh, by the way, this news, AT&T and NBA launched mobile AR experience by Chicago Bulls app, is from mobilearreality.news. If you are interested, and it's from XReality, the news site. If you are interested, you can take a look at this site. Okay, thanks for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.